Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com. We were talking recently about Swiss composer Frank Martin, or Martin, if you want to be French about it. And he wrote some amazing works, not a lot of which we've talked about, actually. We were discussing at that point the Petite Symphonie Concertante, one of the all-time great 20th century neoclassical extravaganzas for harp, harpsichord, piano, and double-string orchestra. But he wrote more normal things as well. And one of his most lovely pieces is his Violin Concerto, an absolutely marvelous work, really marvelous. And I was looking around for recordings of it, and I saw that there really weren't many left. It actually has received a few recordings, 4 or 5, I think, at least. But, this being the classical music world and labels being what they are, and the composer being not the most popular guy in the universe, they seem to be disappearing. So I wanted to talk about a really good one that's still out there that you can get your hands on. It's this one, featuring Baiba Skride violin with the BBC National Orchestra of Wales under Thierry Fischer. This is really a lovely disc. In fact, the whole disc is marvelous. It's got cool stuff on it. You get the Martin Violin Concerto, Stravinsky's Violin Concerto, Honegger's Pacific 231, and Rugby, his Mouvement Symphonique. They're so much fun. And finally, Stravinsky's Circus Polka. So it's a rather well-filled sort of thing with concerted works and some concert pieces and other stuff. And it's just worth having. It's worth having because of the Frank Martin alone, but all of it's very good. Now, the performances are excellent. The Stravinsky Violin Concerto, the Stravinsky is kind of legendary because it begins with a spread out quadruple stopped chord that supposedly, if you're a violinist, you need to have, 4 extra fingers with suction cups at the end of them to be able to spread and contort yourself around the violin to play the chord. But since then, everybody manages to do it just fine. I'm not so fond of the piece, frankly. I don't think Stravinsky was more of a string guy. He was more of a woodwind guy, don't you think? I mean, it sounds kind of like circus music with a violin attached to it, but it's Stravinsky and people love it and it's okay. And it's not very long. It's 22 minutes of this very good performance. Then you get the 2 Honegger tone poems, which are absolutely delicious. Then we get the cats running around in the morning, killing each other. Oh, my goodness. And finally, the Frank Martin, which is quite a big work. 33 minutes long of this performance in 3 big movements with a Andante mosso moderato gorgeous central movement. It's wonderful. It's just a masterpiece of 20th century concertizing. And I really don't know why people don't know it as well as it should be known. I mean, it's not like it's hard to listen to. It has tunes. Yes, it's modern. So there's a level of dissonance there, but it's exquisitely well written for the instrument and very lyrical, which is what violin concertos really ought to be. It's not like you're going to get a Bartokian banging and crashing with a violin concerto. Even Bartok's violin concerto is lyrical, because that's what the violin does. And Baiba Skride is a first-class violinist. She plays it beautifully. It's wonderfully well recorded. The sonics are terrific. The label is Orfeo. And if you're looking for a good performance of this work, or you don't know it and want to get to know it, download this or stream it or buy it or do something with it, but get it and give it a listen. You're going to be really impressed, I guarantee it. So keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.